Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Jones, and we are going to go through Act 3, Scene 2. As we've discussed in class, this is pretty much where everything kind of comes together. This is where we have all of our conflicts meeting in one spot, and from this point forward, following this scene, we will find that there is a lot of resolution that will come into this play. So this starts off with Oberon and Robin Goodfellow having a conversation. Robin Goodfellow's telling him or filling him in on the details of what has happened to Titania. And then I'm going to stop it periodically as we go through this and just add some notes that you need to pay careful attention to. So here we go. We are on page 83 of A Midsummer Night's Dream, the Folgers version. And we are starting scene 2 of Act 3.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, then what it was next came in her eye, which she must dote upon in extremity. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, when she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented, in their sport forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed upon his head. Anon his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When him they spy, at his sight, away his fellows fly, and at our step here o'er and o'er one falls. He murder cries, and help from Athens calls. I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. Yet hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with a love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, when he awakes, of force she must be eyed.
Fair Hermia!
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not!
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
Oh, this is the woman, but not this the man.
Well, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast give me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in that even kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him! So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, where he be dead or no.
Oh, no, you... There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay. If for his tender, here I make some stay.
Okay, so at this very part, this is where Hermia is blaming Demetrius for Lysander's disappearance. She doesn't realize that Robin Goodfellow has intervened with the love potion. And since Oberon and Robin Goodfellow have witnessed this, Robin Goodfellow has realized his mistake. you're going to notice that Robin Goodfellow doesn't really feel too bad about it, but Oberon scolds him for it and demands that he fixes it. We're on
What
page
hast thou
89.
done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate or rules that one man holding troth a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, and I will charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our ferry band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for his lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
A manly enterprise.
Helena!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Oh, then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, for these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
All right, so remember, the fairies speak in rhyme a lot, and it's that iambic pentameter. So we have Robin Goodfellow here, who is obviously not feeling bad about his mistake at all and enjoying the chaos that he has created. That goes back to his nickname of being a hobgoblin.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision ever come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born in the nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem false to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth, oh devilish holy fray! These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Page 93.
Oh, Helena. Goddess, nymph, perfect, divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Oh, crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe in show thy lips those kissing cherries tempting grow.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment! If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so.
All right, so this is the classic misunderstanding. You have Helena thinking that Demetrius and Lysander are mocking her because Demetrius has been so ugly to her in the past, she doesn't see that he could possibly be kind. And then Lysander, of course, being under the influence of the love potion, is going to defend her. She thinks that they're just simply making fun of her, and so she's really frustrated by that.
Oh, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all good will, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guest-wise sojourned. And now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain. Helen, it is not so. Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it, dear. Oh, look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. Oh, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? All school days, friendship, childhood, innocence, and will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do.
All right, so this entire speech by Helena is basically saying, Hermia, are you not my friend? Will you not defend me against this mockery? So really it's Helena's appealing to Hermia to help defend her. Hermia is about to turn on her because she's not understanding exactly what has gone on.
To feel the injury. I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me. Have you not set Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me, and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? I understand not what you mean by this. I do. Persever, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly mine own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent! Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more weight than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Away, you Ethiop!
No, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You're a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat! Thou burr! Vile thing, let loose or I will shake thee from me like a serpent!
Oh, what why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love! Out, tawny tartar! Out, loathed medicine, hated potion hence!
Do you not jest? Yes, sooth, and so do you!
Demetrius, I will keep my word with you.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What?
All right, so we're at the top of page 103. Hermia obviously is not understanding what's going on, and she is not dealing with this well. So we're going to have more of this going on where Hermia is begging Lysander to come to his senses. Of course, he can't because he's under a magic spell, and Demetrius is trying to vie for Helena's attention.
Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life I did, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love, what have you come?
All right, so through this whole part here, starting on 296, line 296, page 103, Hermia says, "Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love." She is throwing her Shakespearean insults at Helena. It's about to get really ugly between Helena and Hermia.
By night and stolen my love's heart from him. Fine, if faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit! You puppet, you! Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him.
So for those of you that have selected Helena or Hermia, and you need a physical characteristic. They're referring to Helena's height, which means in comparison, Hermia would be shorter in stature.
And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach into thine eyes.
Pray you that you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower! Hark! Again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsel, never wronged you. Save that, in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into these woods. He followed you for love, I followed him, but he hath chid me hence and threatened me to
Okay, so this is the part where Helena admits to Hermia that she told Demetrius about their plan to run away.
strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too, and now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens while I bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Oh, be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
And those of you that need a reference to Hermia's stature and height, at the very bottom of page 105, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Again! Nothing but low and little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering knotgrass maid, you bead, you acorn! You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it!
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress! All this coil is long of you! Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away!
I am amazed and know not what to say.
So after all of this, you're going to notice that Oberon is not very happy with Robin Goodfellow, and he is going to kind of read him the riot act and tell him that he needs to go fix it. So we are at the bottom of page 107, where Oberon is about to address Robin Goodfellow.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise, for I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far I'm glad it so did sort, for this, their jangling, I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir up Demetrius in bitter wrong, and sometimes rail thou like Demetrius. And from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush the juice of this into Lysander's eye, whose liquor has this virtuous property, to take from thence all error from his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When next they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen, to beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eye release for monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy king, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons do cut the clouds full fast.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with morning's love have oft made sport, but notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up, and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Okay, so right here, Oberon has basically told Robin Goodfellow, this is the plan. You need to get them together. You need to fix Lysander. You need to make sure that Demetrius and Helena are in love. And he says all the while he's going to go check on Titania and get the Indian child. So that's their plan. And basically what Robin Goodfellow says on page 111, and it starts at line 418, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. So basically he's saying that he's going to use some trickery to get them worn out, tired, ready for rest so that he can reverse the spell on Lysander.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Come, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight!
Follow me to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars? Telling the bushes thou look'st for wars, but wilt not come? Ha! Come, recreant, come thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod. He is the file that draws a sword on thee.
Yea! Art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
Goes before me, and still he dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I followed fast, but faster he did fly. That, fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
How, coward! Com'st thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and dare not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mock'st me. Thou shalt buy this deer if... ever thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night! Oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hour! Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Come, one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Oh, here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My feet can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven's shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known, that every man shall have his own. In your waking shall be shown, Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.
Okay, this is the end of Act 3, Scene 2. So if you need to go through your text, use some of the pointers that you were given as far as describing characters, their attributes, things that they have said, go ahead and do that. And that's all.